Hi, everybody, and welcome to the February Motorcycle Sport Touring Association's newsletter. And this month, we're going to be speaking with our newsletter sponsor, Gene Robinson from Mathias BMW Cycle Sales. Hey, Gene, how you doing?
Can't complain yet. So
You're
not
looking good.
too bad yet.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're going to start selling snowblowers?
Well, that might be the thing. I seen a whole line of them at the Lowe's department or the Lowe's store over there, and they're pretty much all gone.
Oh, yeah. And I'll tell you what, they're not inexpensive anymore. They're $600, $700, $800.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Gene, I asked you to stop on in our segment in February, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the legendary Mathias BMW cycle sales. Gene, let's talk a little bit about when you first began, clear back in the days where the shop was a house, sort of like on Route 800 over there.
Okay. Actually, it was a restaurant at one time. Yeah, it was like a truck. It was a truck stop. Yes. When Route 800 was Route 8 then, and that was your main route from, through Canton and everything. So that it was a truck stop. And then when they built 77, of course, the restaurant folded up. And then Don Mathias actually bought the restaurant when it folded up. And that's how the motorcycle shop started there.
Well, I'll be darned, because I know a lot of people maybe don't know, but at one time you were I don't know if it was motocross, kind of an off-road racer. You continued to have a strong interest in flat tracking and that. So when the shop first began, it was not a BMW shop. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, boy. Actually, when we had all the dirt bikes, we had the Bultacos, we had the Husqvarnas, we had the Pentons, we had the Hercules. And we sold Triumph. And we sold Triumphs. And
those are the heydays.
They all kind of went away. I'd say Bultaco was the first that went out of business. And then Triumph. And then Husqvarna sold out. And of course, Penton became KTM. We stayed with KTM.
Sure.
And then we had Ducati. We had Hercules. We had them all. But then we decided to downsize when we seen the handwriting on the wall that Triumph was going to go out of business. So that's when we decided to take on another line, and that's when we became a BMW dealership. That was in 1984.
Wow. So 1984. Well, you still had probably 10 or 15 years of the Airhead days up into the late 90s with the old Airheads.
Yeah.
Those are kind of like the heyday of simple, easy to fix. I've got an R75 and it's got a toolkit that I pretty much can take that whole bike apart, other than some maybe specialty tool for the transmission or something. And it's just nowadays, they don't even want to give you a shop manual.
This is true. I had a lot of products you can't get a manual. You got to go and print them out.
Yeah.
And I could see that in the future. I could see that for about everything.
Well, let's talk about the differences of when you began, and how did you decide to get into BMW? Because that certainly has turned out to be a very smart thing to do.
Well, we looked at the Japanese brand as well. And we almost signed the papers to take on a Japanese line. And somebody said, why don't you take on, you've always had European products, why don't you take on BMW? And so that's when we contacted BMW and ended up receiving the dealership. I had to make a few changes, not a lot at that time. And we've been with BMW ever since. And we decided kind of to downsize, so we no longer sold the dirt bikes, and we dropped Ducati real early. But that's how we got started in BMW, and decided that we would take on one brand and do it right, rather than to have a whole bunch of them and only could do it half. So that's what we've done, and so far it's worked out well. BMW has changed a lot over the years.
Yeah.
When we first took them on, that was when we had like 3 models. We had the K bike, 3 models of the K bike. I'm sorry. Then we had 2 models of the Airhead, and that's all of the models they had. And now we have a lot of models.
As a shop owner, Gene, when you transition, as BMW started to grow and the technology started to get greater and greater and greater, as you've transitioned over the years as a shop owner, your investment had to be quite a bit, because I know that some of the BMW owners are struggling or sometimes getting out of it simply because not only do they not want to continue to acquire the knowledge necessary to continue to work, but the machinery necessary, the testing and stuff, but also keeping people. You got to send them for training and stuff. So how have you been able to manage this? Because you don't have the biggest shop, but I like to think as a motorcyclist, you certainly have one of the best shops.
Well, I appreciate that. It's rough, very rough. The workforce is shrinking. We're lucky enough to have 2 guys here that are well qualified and have been with me for a long time. So we're very fortunate that way. But as technology goes, with the programs that we have, we've had to make a lot of big investments in equipment over the years, and now with everything being computerized, if you have a good technician, he should be able to fix anything, because you can go right on the computer on their system and it'll tell you exactly how to do it, and tell you how long it should take to do it. So that point has come a long way, rather than firsthand experience, being just wade into something with no knowledge on something new. That those days are kind of gone, because the knowledge is right there at your fingertips.
Well, one thing I will say for BMW is that they understand that the market is aging for some of their products, and they have brought out bikes, a lot like Royal Enfield, have brought out bikes to appeal to a younger person in terms of fun, excitement, and affordability. Now, as you know, I had a 310 GS. Now you're looking in, and they have the 450 or 450 GS.
I think this is going to be a real popular unit.
I do.
When it comes, it's gotten tied up in tariffs right now, is why we don't have it. And I understand there's several other models, or brands, I should say, that are tied up in the same situation we are. So it doesn't look like we're going to see it until probably the end of 2026, and they'll then probably be called 27s. But yeah, I think it's going to be a great unit. And just like you say, they're trying to get the younger market, and also the market for people that want to downsize. So I think it's going to be a real winner.
Well, one of the things I can say about Mathias is that it's a motorcyclist shop. It's not a boutique where it's owned by a bunch of other people. You're looking right at the guy that's the owner, used to race, avid motorcyclist. But I will share the difference between Mathias and maybe some other shops. If you remember, and I'm sure you do, Gene, maybe 3-4 years ago, I was coming back from the BMW RA rally in the Carolinas, and I was about 50 miles away from your shop, and I'm one of the lucky guys that has a bike that has a Hall effect sensor that got wet. And when that thing gets wet, it completely shuts down. And I mean, it was a hellacious rainstorm. And I was riding with 2 younger guys who didn't know the importance of looking in their rearview mirrors. So they were gone. And I mean, it was raining so hard that when I called you at home on a Sunday afternoon, I called you at home. I had my helmet on because I had my Senna on, and I had to pull my jacket over my head because the rain was hitting the helmet so hard I had a hard time hearing. And I got a hold of you. And I just was trying to figure out if I could get a tow truck or something, And you said, hey, I'll tell you what, me and the missus, which is Wanda, we're going to go over to the shop. we're going to get our trailer and we'll get the pickup truck, something to do today, and we're going to come down and get you. 50 miles one way. And I'm telling you what, I can't believe the number of motorcyclists that went by. I don't know why they were afraid to look. If I see a guy on the road, I just am old school. I stop. If you got a cell phone, you're good. I go move on. But if you need help, I'm there, at least to talk to, And lo and behold, there you show up. It's raining. Wanda moves over. I'm soaked. And off we go up to your shop. Meanwhile, I call my other buddy, my former tag team partner in the radio, Roy Dykeman, and he drives 75 miles down to pick me up. And it was just a bad day turned wonderfully good because of you and the missus and my buddy Roy. And this is example of everyday care that you get at Mathias. I mean, your shop's been rode up more by people that have traveled through the state and had a problem, and you were there to support and help them. So I want to tell anybody that listens this: if you're looking at the newsletter and you see Mathias and you have an interest in a pre-owned bike, which we'll talk about in a minute, or maybe even a new BMW, which we'll also talk about in a minute, you can't do any better than Mathias. Legendary service after the sale, lifelong friend. I mean, I've known Gene now, 20 years, Gene, maybe?
Oh, I bet you at least that, yes.
So anyways, let's talk about a couple of the models. I want to ask, because I know you take some trade-ins and sometimes you do consignments and stuff. Do you have a bike or two that you want to share right now that as we're getting ready for Daytona, that maybe somebody might want to hop in and take a look at it and say, hey, let's take it for a spin?
For sure. We always like to brag up some of our bikes. Right now, believe it or not, we through the winter months, most of our used bikes have sold, which is kind of unusual for the weather we've been having, but I'm not going to complain. But we still have a few, probably the best buy right now on our used lineup is we have a 2024 R1300 GS. And I hate to say it that the gentleman that we're selling this on consignment had some back problems and he's since not been able to ride. So we told him we would help him sell it. And the thing still has factory warranty left on it. It's very low mileage. I think it's like 1,100 miles. I'll have to look on that for sure.
Okay.
And that's would make somebody a fantastic bike at a very reasonable price right now.
Okay.
And now, another thing I want to say too is this month, BMW has come up with some promotions. We've even got promotions on a couple of our 2026 models, which is unheard of for a brand new model. So if anybody is interested in our promotions, it's too lengthy to tell you all the details, but contact us and we can go over it and tell you what's what. And right now is a fantastic time to get ready for spring.
Yeah, they have special financing. They have incentives. Let's talk about that R1300 RT. Everybody is raving about this, Gene. It's just, I guess it's got the look that just says, buy me, ride me.
You know what? This comes with the automatic shift assist. We've got both here right now, the standard transmission and the automatic shift assist. We've sold several, and I can say not one person that has bought one thought that's what they wanted. They debated and finally said, you know what? I think we'll try it. And everyone, bar none, has come back and said how great it is. So I think it's the future, not with just BMW, but with motorcycling in general. What BMW has made a step forward with a button on the handlebar, we can turn it right back into a manual shift, or we can just let it shift itself. So I think this is the future. And if you get the opportunity to take one for a ride, you'll understand.
Well, I'll tell you, I've had and owned many, many bikes. In fact, people kind of laugh at me because I buy and sell so many bikes, but I've enjoyed every one I've ever owned, and I've owned more than most. And I've gotten a lot out of my experience with them. But one of the days, Jolene let me ride her R1200 GS, and I truly, Gene, thought it was a remarkable motorcycle, one of the best that I've ever ridden. And I've ridden pretty much all of them. But I wanted to also say, when we're coming up on Daytona, I know guys should be thinking right now, get going, man, get going on the tires, because a lot of times you forget about things like that. You forget about looking over the tires, or, hey, I did an oil change late last year and now it's sitting. Let's talk about your service, if we could.
Okay. Tires is a great thing to bring up. If you call and get a quote on a set of tires from us, we will give you a quote on everything from installation to tax, everything, the out the door, you ride in, ride back out, price. And if you buy the tire off of us for any BMW, that includes mounting and balancing.
And, that's a big deal. People are, I see some guys spending $40-$45 and, I still have the capability at home to break them down in that. But sometimes on some of the bikes, and especially when you start to get up around a 180 or a 190, you are not physically going to break that tire apart. One other thing I'd point out, Gene, is that BMWs have specific valve stems. They're I wouldn't say oddball, they're just their size. And you can't really put a car tire valve stem because pretty soon it's going to go bad. So when you're talking installation, we're talking about pulling the tire, checking the rim, putting a new tire on, we're putting the new valve stem in, and we're gonna balance that thing up so you don't have any problems. Correct?
That is correct. That is correct.
All right, let's give our website out, and we'll finish up this short interview with the information about how to get a hold of you in your hours. What are your hours, Gene?
Oh, I'm sorry. Monday through Friday through the winter, we're here from 9 till 5:30. Saturdays, 9 till 3. Then we'll go revert to summer hours as the weather permits. But that's for right now. That's what we're here from.
What's the website? Because you have some bikes on the website people can look at.
All right, it's MathiasBMW.com. We'll bring us up our website.
That's MATHIAS, MathiasBMW.com.
That's correct.
And the phone number, Gene.
All right, 330-308-8868 will come right in as the main line. And if somebody doesn't answer, be sure and leave a message.
Absolutely.
And somebody will get back with you. Yep.
And legendary service after the sale. You get a fair deal there. I mean, the guy's in business. He has to make a couple of bucks, but I have bought a bunch of bikes there. And I'll tell you, I've never been disappointed. I've always got a fair deal. And if I had a problem, they corrected it. And if you have a problem like I had, it's nice to know Gene's cell phone number and be able to come and get it. So I want to thank you very much for all the friendship. Thank you for the sponsorship of the newsletter. And I want you to tell the Mrs. Wanda I said hello.
We can do that. We can do that.
All right, Gene. Thank you very much. And again, I appreciate the sponsorship of the newsletter. This is Gene Robinson from Mathias BMW. You can reach him at 330-308-8868. Gene, thanks for being a pal.
Very good. We thank you for your business. Thank you.